So I think the shopping annuity is the easiest way to show the plan. So what I wanted to do here was show you how I do like a coffee shop appointment. And I thought we'd do it with someone that hasn't seen the plan yet. Is that okay? So come on up. Let's show the plan. You're coming up too. Yours, yes, you are. Get up here. This is your potential partner. This is your prospect. You're bringing him. You're my new partner, and this is your guy. Now, here, let me set it up. Come on over and grab a seat. You can sit here. You sit here. She can sit there. You're at Panera Bread, and who's coming up here with me? Oh, yeah, thank you. I need one more person. Who wants to volunteer? Jerry, come on up here. Here's how it's going to go, and this is going to freak some people out. Wait down there for a minute. When I go on wait right there. Don't move. When I go on a coffee shop appointment at a Starbucks or Panera Bread, and I have a new partner that's bringing someone to see the plan, and they might not even know I'm going to meet there with her to show it because she's not comfortable showing it yet, I'm going to bring somebody else with me. And if I told her that, she would freak out. She'd be like, there's going to be 3 of you, and I might bring 2. And she'd be like, 4 of us, he's going to think we're ganging up on him. Isn't that your initial thought? Yes. And you'd freak out, right? Wrong. It's better that I bring up people, and I'm going to tell you why. When we sit down and start explaining this, I'm going to explain to him how we build this as a team. And this is some of my team. And we have another appointment afterwards. That's the only reason he's sitting in. But as I start explaining it, we become the team, and he starts thinking, oh, these guys work together. This is awesome. I like the concept of this. So I always let the person I'm meeting with get there a few minutes before me. And I usually show up like no more than 5 minutes late. And I'll text you and say, I'm running a few minutes late. I'll be right there. Just wait. They can just chit-chat for a minute. Then me and Jerry walk in. I walk in. I say, I'm sorry, what was your name?
Maria.
What is it?
Maria.
Maria. I should know my partner's name. Hey, Maria, how you doing? I'm sorry we're late. How are you? You must be? Kevin. How are you, Kevin? Hey, Kevin, this is Jerry, my partner. He's going to sit in with us. We have another meeting we have to go to right after that. Is that okay? So we'll just talk about it. So grab a seat. You could probably say hello, though, Jerry.
Hello, Kevin. Good to see you again, Maria.
Here, I'm gonna give this to you because you'll need it in a minute. So Maria, bring me up to speed. What have you explained to Kevin so far?
I took Kevin to.
No, talk into the mic. Don't be afraid.
Well, Kai invited me to our Tuesday meeting, so I took Kevin there. That's really close to my face. And he was not as convinced as I was.
Okay, so you kind of explained it, but he didn't really understand everything, you think?
I don't think he sees the vision of it.
Okay, so that's fine. So she kind of explained it, but she didn't think you got it. So let me see if I can explain it a little bit better, because I've been doing this. That's why we do this together, okay? So I guess what I'm going to talk about is a few terms here that you may not have heard about. One of them is going to be the shopping annuity. Have you heard of a shopping annuity?
Yeah.
I know you have, but you haven't.
Okay, no.
Okay. And most people haven't, but you understand what like an annuity is, like a 401k where you save for retirement, right?
Yes.
You work hard, you save as much as you can, and then someday you can hopefully retire. A shopping annuity works a little different. So I guess the easiest way to explain it would be, let's say you were going to make, I don't know, a major purchase like, let's say you're going to buy a new flat screen TV for your house. So how would you go about, if you were going to buy a new flat screen TV this week, how would you do that? What would your process be? How would you go about doing that?
It would take me longer than a week. I actually just did this, and I researched for about 3 months.
Okay, so you researched, you figured out which TV, so which would be the best one for you, and then how did you decide where to buy it?
I think Best Buy had a sale going on.
Okay, so you checked like whoever had the best price, you went to Best Buy because they had it on sale. You figured out which TV you wanted, then you checked different stores that carried that TV, and the one that had the best price is where you went, and it was Best Buy.
Yep.
Okay, that's what most intelligent people would do. So you go in, you went into Best Buy, and let's say the TV, how much was it? Do you remember? About?
I think around $1,400.
Okay, $1,400. So that was an expensive TV. So that was a big purchase. Yep. So you went into Best Buy, and it was probably on sale. Normally it was probably like $17 or something, right? So you got a pretty good deal on it. So you walk into Best Buy and you hand them $1,400, and they give you the TV, correct?
They had 0% interest.
Okay, so you finance it. Well, okay, but
so,
you still paid for you're paying $1,400 for the TV, right?
Yep.
So now they have your $1,400 and you have the TV, correct?
Correct.
Would you consider that $1,400 spent?
Yeah.
You're never going to see the $1,400 again.
Yep.
But you got a new TV.
Yep.
And it sounds like an awesome one. I'm kind of jealous. But you got a great, but the money's gone. You're never going to see it again, right?
Never.
What if I can show you a way today where you could buy the same TV at the same store for potentially even less money than you paid, but now instead of that $1,400 being spent, you were able to turn it into an investment that starts paying you a residual income down the road? Would that interest you?
Yes.
It almost sounds too good to be true, right? I can see the look on your face.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. That's what most people say. But that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do. And I'll explain how it works. When you buy that TV for $1,400 at Best Buy, would you agree that they didn't pay $1,400 for it?
I know they didn't.
They got it cheaper. They marked it up. You still got a good deal, but they made a profit. Would you agree?
Correct.
There's a margin. They make a profit margin. And out of that margin, they pay their overhead, their payroll, their employees and stuff. And then they have an advertising budget. And that's actually what got you in there to get it from Best Buy, because they got you, that you found it on sale and you went in there and bought it from them, right?
Yep.
And all stores do that. Whether it's Walmart, Kmart, Victoria's Secret, Kohl's, Penny, Sears, whatever. And traditionally, all those stores advertised on television primarily, and that's how they would get people to come into their stores. They would come up with an ad campaign, they would pump it out on television to their demographic and hope for people would come in and buy it, and they would get like a 10 to 15% return on that investment. And that's worked perfectly for the last 50 years, up until about 3 years ago, when a little thing called TiVo and DVR went mainstream. Nowadays, people record their shows, they come home late at night, what do to the commercials? You're 100% correct. Nobody, and if you have like my teenagers, they don't even watch TV. They Netflix, YouTube, or stream everything, so they don't even look at television. Television advertising went away almost overnight. We had a paradigm shift. So all these stores have now had to switch over to, let's pretend this is my computer. I apologize. I would normally have a computer with me. I don't use it for anything more than just showing him shop.com. They've switched over to mobile commerce and internet advertising and affiliate marketing. The reason is, where are we spending more and more of our time today?
On the internet?
On the internet and on our stupid phones, right? Yeah. Smartphones. They're really stupid phones, but it's true. Whether we like it or not, that's the world we live in. Would you agree?
Correct.
So allshop.com it's a sophisticated tracking system. It's like an Amazon.com that we franchise out. That's why Maria owns one, Jerry owns one, I own one. We're all partners in this. But what we do is we drive the traffic to the stores. Now we take the profit margin that used to go to these big ad firms. We keep it and redistribute it amongst ourselves. And we connect ourselves together and leverage each other's buying power. So when we're buying toilet paper, paper towels, garbage bags, dish soap, TVs once in a while, like you just bought one. That's not something you buy all the time. But once in a while I buy a TV too, or we all do. But all those things, we can now track those purchases. Allshop.com is a sophisticated tracking system. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So now let me show you how the business works. And listen, I could do a big fancy PowerPoint, but can I just cut through the fluff and kind of get to what you want to see, which is how it works? You okay with that? Okay.
Yep,
and
prefer
I
that.
say that every time. I'm going to show them everything, but I want them to think I'm cutting through the crap. Now we're just going to go through the flip chart. So why would you be interested in this business? I don't know. Maybe you're looking for additional income. Maybe you want to get out of debt. Maybe you got some debt you want to pay off. Maybe you are looking for time freedom. That's what I was looking for. When I started this 8 years ago, I actually made a lot of money with my other business, but I had no time. I was looking to free up time. Maybe you want early retirement. Maybe you want to be able to retire at all someday, because it's not easy. The average person today can't even retire. Maybe you're just looking for some security, extra income, so you don't have to worry about finances. I don't know what your reason is. We all have different reasons. Why would you consider Shop.com? This company's been around for 25 years. We're rock solid. We're always looking in the future. And basically, like I said, all Shop.com is a sophisticated tracking system. That's why you shop through it, and I do. And it can track all of our purchases, and we pull the profit margin out. That's basically all it is. Oops, sorry, I forgot to click. It's hard to do two things and think and chew gum at the same time. You have to would you agree, if you want to be successful today, you kind of have to position yourself for success, which most cases means owning your own business of some sort if you want to create wealth. Like working for someone, it's hard to get ahead. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that.
And in this day and age, owning your own business is a scary thought, because traditional businesses, 95% of them fail. And they're very expensive to get started up. Whether it was a coffee shop or consignment store, there's many different businesses out there, but most of them fail in the first 5 years, and it takes a lot of startup capital. Would you agree with that?
Yep.
So and more people are looking to do business online. Would you agree with that? That's what this is nice about. This is an online business. Now, would you agree, like I said, you already spend money? toilet paper, paper towels, garbage bags, glasses, contacts, shoes, clothing, furniture, the mundane things, shampoo, conditioner, that sort of stuff. You buy that stuff, right?
Yep.
Every household does. We all do. We've got a way to track all those mundane purchases because Jerry's household buys it, Maria's household buys it. I know you're in the same household, they don't know that. My household buys it. So we now buy that stuff and we can track it through shop.com. That's really all we're doing. Now, just so you know, the average household in the United States makes about $56,352. That's the average. You don't make that. You either make more than that or you make less than that. But it doesn't matter really because if you made, oh yeah, thank you, Jerry. You're in charge of the clicker from now on.
Am I going the right way?
No. Yes, that's where we are. Sorry. So the average household makes $56,352. Now, you don't make that. You make more than that or less than that. But whether you make $35,000 or $80,000, you will still spend about $18,750 on stuff like toilet paper, paper towels, garbage bags, dish soap, laundry detergent, skincare, cosmetics, clothing, that kind of stuff that can easily be funneled through shop.com so we can track it and pull that profit margin out. And that's just statistically proven. And that's really all we're talking about because all shop.com is, like I said, is just a very sophisticated tracking system that can track those purchases. So those stores know that purchase came from us, and the stores love it because they don't have to pay us until after they sell the product. So they actually get a 100% return on their investment. It's more lucrative for the stores than traditional advertising, so they love it. They love it too. This is our corporate headquarters. We're based out of Greensboro, North Carolina, brand new facility. We're growing all the time. We now have our global headquarters in Puerto Rico. This is this to me, our worldwide company sales was very important to me as a business owner. I don't know how much you care about that, but as you can see, in 24 years, we have not had a down quarter, which even if you look at 2007, 2008, when the market kind of crashed, we still saw double-digit growth. And the reason is because we're not trying to show people how to buy something they don't want or need. We're trying to show them how to stretch their budget even further by getting the best deal on that TV, in your case, or the television, or anything else they buy. We want to get them the best price. Because the beauty of our service is the people that use our site, we don't make our money off the customer. We make our money off the stores. So we actually want people to save as much money as possible. So it's actually a win-win situation. Now, we have another division of company. We actually track what people are searching for. When we know we have enough of a market for something, we go into our product brokerage division where we broker about 3,500 exclusive products. Meaning, have you ever been in a Walmart?
Yep.
You go into Walmart. Walmart has their brand. It's Great Value, right? They have Great Value potato chips, Great Value spaghetti sauce, Great Value soup, Great Value paper towels, toilet paper, all that stuff, right? Do they manufacture that stuff?
I think so.
No, they don't actually. It's funny that you say that. Most people don't even know. They don't manufacture it. They contract with a company that makes a product in that line. Then they have them make it for them, and they put their Great Value label on it, and they can sell it at a discounted price. Now, how is it, for instance, Ragu spaghetti sauce makes Great Value spaghetti sauce. If you look at it on the shelf, it's in the same container, except one says Great Value, one says Ragu. Ragu is about $1 more expensive than the Great Value. Now, why is that? Why does Ragu have to sell theirs for $1 more than Great Value? People don't think about this stuff, I know. That's the way my brain works.
Name brand?
It is a name brand, but the reason it costs more is Ragu has to market and advertise their product to get you to buy it. Great Value or Walmart sets their product on the shelf. It's 60 cents to $1 cheaper. Which one do you reach for? The cheaper one usually, because these days people try to stretch their budget. So basically, by the way, if you ever buy Ragu again, you're fooled because it's the same as a Great Value, but that's another story. But it's the same thing. We do the same thing, but we track what consumers are buying online, whether it be skincare, anti-aging, health and nutrition, baby products, whatever it is. We will go out and contract with the company that makes the best product in that line, have them put our label on it that we can now buy at wholesale, use it around our homes, or let our customers use it and purchase those products through our website. So again, it's just another way for us to pull profit margin out. And our products, we have a much higher profit margin on. So, and again, I don't want you to think I'm expecting you to buy stuff you wouldn't want or use. I just want you to buy the things that you already buy from yourself because it would pay you. That would interest you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's basically all it is. We're just going to buy the things we use from ourselves. Everything else, you're just going to buy through your shop.com site like Maria does. She's just going to go to the same stores, whether it be Walmart, Kmart, Target, whatever. Just order it online first, and if you need it right away, you can go pick it up in the store, or you can have it delivered usually for free. Anything over a certain like $35 they'll deliver for free. So it's just, some people say, it sounds too good to be true, Carl. There's got to be a catch. What's the catch? The catch is you have to be willing to shop online. If we cannot track the purchase, I cannot pay you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But if I could show you how to make $187,000 a year, would you shop online?
Yeah.
I thought so. I'm just kidding. You
yeah,
would, right?
Yeah.
No, most people would. So the 45-year plan, let's talk about this for a second. This is something I had never heard about, but this is what we're all taught to do. And here's how it works. Kevin, right?
Yep.
You're supposed to go to school, get an education. Get out of school early 20s, maybe go to college, maybe not, but then you go into the workforce, you get a job, you start working hard, you keep your nose clean, you work your way up the corporate ladder, and about 45 years later, around age 65, you retire with a nice pension, lots of money in the bank, and live happily ever after. How's it working?
Well, I didn't follow
Okay.
that route that the schools direct you towards. But
Well,
I know lots of people it doesn't work well for.
Thank you. Isn't that what we're taught to do, the average person's taught to do, though? Would you agree?
Yes, that's what the
That
schools
45, that's what the schools teach, that's what our parents teach, that's what we're all taught to do, basically. Go to work for whatever many years, and then someday, hopefully, you can retire and live happily ever after, right?
Yep.
These statistics are from the government, the Social Security Administration. You can look them up. For every 100 people who should have reached the age of 65, 1% ends up wealthy, meaning they usually had some special circumstances. They're athletes or whatever. They inherited money. They're rich. 4% end up financially fit, meaning financially fit would be considered at age 65, they could stop working, they would continue living the lifestyle they become accustomed to, and they would not outlive their money. They're okay. They're set financially. They would die, and their kids would actually inherit some money. That's financially fit. That's where the good news ends. There's another whole percentage, probably 15 to 20%, that are still working at 65, 70, 75. Have you ever gone lately, have you been into like Walmart or a grocery store and you see people 70, 75, 80 years old still working?
Yep.
It's not, the jobs that used to be teenagers are now, like, you go to Walmart, it's not just the greeter that's 75 years old, it's the woman behind the deli, it's the person stocking the shelves, it's the cash register. You're seeing this too, right?
Yeah, all the stores.
Why are they there?
The money they saved up didn't last long enough.
They outlive. Yes, they outlive their money, so now they need the money. You're exactly right. They had to go back to work. And like you see it at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. All these people that are in 70 should be retired are still working, probably because they need the money. Would you agree?
Yep.
This system, then 28% die, but 62% of the population in the United States today at age 65 is struggling financially to pay their bills. They are basically dependent on some form of help, which is usually welfare system or whatever else it is. Would you agree that's sad?
Yes.
This is a problem, and here's the problem. This 45-year plan that we're taught to do hasn't worked for about 3 generations. My grandfather's generation was the last generation where they could go to work at like a Kodak or an IBM or General Motors, make a nice living. You could work there your entire career, retire, get a gold watch, benefits package, pension, and live a nice life, okay? Retire. There's no pensions anymore, would you agree, unless you work for the government?
Union. So.
Or union, okay.
Yeah.
But again, that's still not.
But besides that, no.
No. So basically, you're supposed to save money in a 401k. You're supposed to put away enough money so you can retire.
Yep.
Do you have any idea how much money someone your age is supposed to save for retirement?
I think
Most people don't know, just so you know.
somewhere around $1 million. I thought, or something,
It's
3/4.
to $2.2 million, so you don't outlive your money. How are you doing so far towards that goal? Now, I don't know your finances. I'm just curious. Because most people, you don't even have to tell me. I can just tell you, most baby boomers have saved less than $50,000. And that means they're 52 or older. And they've saved less than $50,000 because there's not any extra money left over at the end of the month. You're supposed to be saving about $17,000 to $20,000 a year. Do you have an extra $17,000 to save every year?
I wish.
Right, and it's not that you're not working. You strike me as a hard-working guy. It's just you not make that extra money in order to save it, right? This has not worked for 3 generations. So why are we still teaching our kids? And you said the school system, and I agree with you. Why are we still teaching this? I would argue our grandparents who it worked for taught our parents to do it. Our parents, before they knew it was failing them, had already taught us to do it. And now we don't know anything else, so here we are still teaching our kids. Go to college, get an education, come out of college, $80,000 to $100,000 in student loan debt, and get a job that pays $30,000, $35,000 a year to start. And by the time they're paying off the student loans till they're in their 50s. Mm-hmm. Do you agree that that's happening? Because you said you see a lot of your friends and stuff going down that road.
Yep.
This system doesn't work. So that's what we're trying to explain here. What if there was a better way? And that's all this is, an unfranchised. It's an option, a different way to get out of that. We're like a franchise because we're systemized, standardized, everything's the same, but we're unlike a franchise because you don't have to pay those royalties and everything back to the company. It's very affordable for the average person. Now, if you look at this, this is the way those other companies are set up. Are you familiar with like multi-level marketing companies like Amway or any of those things like Tupperware or Pampered Chef?
Yeah.
You are. Some people call them pyramids.
That's what I call them.
Okay. That's okay. That's what a lot of people consider them. Because what they mean by that is you're supposed to get in, and let's say for today's example, let's say you only got to get 4 of your friends to do it with you. So you go in and you get 4 of your friends to do that business with you. Now, what do those 4 friends have to do?
Get more people.
They each got to get 4 too, right? But you're going to help them because you're going to benefit from their 4 friends too. So maybe you help them get their 4 friends. So let's say you work with this person here and you start helping him get his 4 friends. Does that help the other 3?
No.
No. It helps that person, it helps you. So this guy over here, Dave, looks at you and says, hey, Kevin, you said you were going to help me too. You're spending all your time with Gary. I'm not making any money, and he quits. Dave quits. What do you have to do now?
Get another person.
You got to replace Dave, so you got to come over here to Gary and say, Gary, even though I wanted to help you, that stupid Dave quit. Now I got to replace him, so I can't help you because I got to help myself. I got to go out and find another person. Now, if I find another person quickly, I'll come back and try and help you find your 4, okay? Because I know you don't even know how to explain this yet because you're brand new, but I'll do my best to help you. So now not only are you not helping your friends, you're kind of in competition with them, aren't you? So now these two say, wait a minute, you were helping Gary a little bit. Now you're not even helping Gary. You haven't helped us at all. No wonder Dave quit. We quit too. These 2 guys quit. Now what do you have to do?
Find more people.
After 6 months of that, what do?
Quit.
Thank you. Now why would I tell you that? That is traditionally what happened to most people most of the time with most companies. The average person cannot do those businesses. And I'll tell you what. If you look at it, our CEO, J.R. Reidinger, looked at this 25 years ago and said, think about this. Pampered Chef, Tupperware, they're all set up this way. And it's not the people, because you came into that business with good intention. You wanted to make a little extra money. You thought you could work with your friends, show them how to make some money. Everyone had good intentions, right? And it's not the product, because I think we can agree Pampered Chef makes good products, right? So does Tupperware. You probably have some in your kitchen right now. Fair enough? So it's not the product. And it's not the people. So what's the problem? It's the marketing plan. Direct Sales Association has studied these companies, and they can prove statistically that the average person can only build and develop 2.8 organizations. But to make any money in any of those companies that you talked about, you said you call them pyramids, you've got to build 6 or more to make any real money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. So the average person is destined for what?
Failure.
Before they even start, but they don't know that, so they usually try it. They last about 6 to 9 months, get frustrated, quit, leave with a bad taste in their mouth, and that's what happens. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Our CEO, Jared, looked at this and said, well, it's not the people and it's not the products, it's the marketing plan. Why don't we fix that? And he came up with vertical marketing, which is vertical marketing, where we are just going to build 2 teams of economically connected households. That's why Gerald shared with me today, because he's one of my partners. We have another meeting afterwards we're going to, because we always work together. So he's just one of my economically connected households, because his household buys toilet paper, paper towels, garbage bags. So does Maria. So she's also in one of my teams. We just build 2 teams of economically connected households that buy toilet paper, paper towels, garbage bags, dish soap, laundry detergent, shampoo, conditioner, tires, TVs once in a while, big ticket purchases too. And everyone gets credit for the purchases. So if someone buys a flat screen TV here, they get 100% credit, so does this person, so does this person, so does this person, and so do you. Now, how could we pay 100% of 100% and not run out of money? You're probably asking yourself, right?
Yep.
I get it. Here's how. Over here, the guy at the top of the proverbial pyramid, as you said, it can make all the money. Can make $300,000 a month if they built it big enough. Here, with our business, we all agree to cap our income eventually at $3,600 per week. And so that you can make $3,600, this person can make $3,600 eventually this person can make $36, Maria can make $36, Jerry can make $36, I can make $36, and you can make 36. I would rather be capped at 3,600 and know you can make money, you can make money, and you can make money than me make 36,000, nobody else makes any money, and what do they all do? Quit. Here, we just economically connect ourselves, our buying power, if you will, buying the things, because you already told me you buy those things around your house anyways, right? Yeah. Imagine if you could leverage my buying power too, and Gerald's buying power, and all these people's buying power. Would that not make sense to you? Where now we take that profit margin out and we redistribute it amongst ourselves in the form of commissions until eventually down the road, this is not going to happen in 6 months, but it's a 2 to 3 year business plan, but eventually down the road you could be making up to $3,600 per week. Would that interest you? Yeah. Okay, well let's talk, let me show you how we do it. But you know what's funny, I told you when we sat down, I don't know if I told you this, but I make more than $3,600 a week. How is that possible? How could I make more when there's a capped income? When you cap out, if you want to make more, you can actually open up another business and build another 2 teams. And it's actually the genius behind our business model, because I have to put my second business either at the bottom of my right team or my left team and build the 2 teams below it. So now all that volume flows up, can eventually pay me another $3,600 there, but the volume continues up to help this person, this person, this person, this person, and you cap out at $3,600. Now, why would I want to help everyone else cap out at $3,600? What are they going to want to do when they can't make any more money on that center? Build another business. And where's it got to go? You're exactly right, Maria. Where would they have to go? Oh, that's right, down below my second one to help me finish that off. That's why we're always working together to build this team of all we are is a team of economically connected households that buy toilet paper, paper towels, garbage bags, those mundane essentials of life, buy them from ourselves, get paid, and we all share the profit. Does that make sense, kind of? Yep. So let's just jump through the pay plan. I'm going to go through this quick. There's 3 ways we make money. We earn cash back. I don't know if I showed you that, but on shop.com, every time we buy something, the way it's cheaper is we give you cash back, anywhere up to 50% cash back on purchases, depending on what we negotiate with the store. Since we're our own customer, we shop through our own site, we earn cash back too, but that's one way. We also make a retail profit. Anytime anyone buys any of our branded products, like our great value brands, but have our label on it, there's retail profit associated. That gets deposited right in our bank account. So we make retail profit off of our products. But the big way is by building those teams. That's why we work as a team to do this. By building the teams and expanding our buying power by economically connecting households, we start making those commission checks, anywhere from $300 to $3,600. Okay? You with me? Yep. So there's 5 steps. Step 1, you have to apply. There is a registration fee, an application fee. It's $129.95. There's going to be a product purchase too. The initial investment is going to be about $400. Okay, so let's just put that out there. It's not going to be $5,000 or something. About $400. So now you apply. You now have your spot in our organization. You're now an unfranchised owner. What are you going to get for the application? You're not just going to get a shop.com site. We're actually going to give you 7 world-class sites. You're going to get a shop.com site. You're going to get a cosmetic site. Now, I know, Kevin, you may not be interested in a cosmetic site, but you may know women that do buy cosmetics, and you do broker a line of high-end cosmetics because they're part of our marketing division, and it's actually very lucrative. So we're going to give it to you. If you choose to use it, you can. If you don't, that's fine. There's no additional cost to it. There's no hosting fees or anything. We're just going to give it to you. You're going to get a health and nutrition site. So if someone was looking for any health and nutrition products, you can send them to that site. Very exclusive site. Again, no additional cost. You're going to get a weight management site. If you're interested in that, health and nutrition, weight management, whatever, we're going to give you that also. We're going to give you a global site. So anyone in the world can purchase from you, and you can get credit for, if you know people outside of this country, you can get credit for their purchases too. You're going to give you Conquer Entertainment. That's a new upcoming division of our company where we're taking on the music industry. We're showing artists how they can promote themselves and lifestyle market. We can explain all that to you too, but that's included also. We're going to give you a corporate site for people that are interested in getting information on the business, so we'll give you that also. And we're going to give you a back office to run everything. There is a hosting fee for that. It's $20 a month, so it's about $5 a week in overhead to manage and run your business. You okay with that? That's ongoing, because you couldn't manage it without it. That's where you'll place all your orders. That's how I can see Maria and Gerald's volume so that I can help them manage their businesses until they understand it a little bit better. So then, step 2, we have to track all those purchases that all the households are making. So we came up with a point system. We have business volume, BV points. That's all of our Market America branded products. Anything in our 3,500 exclusive products, that has a BV point. That's about 80% of $1. So if someone bought $100 worth of product, you might get 80 points for it. Just a way to track the purchase. You get it? Yep. And internet business volume, or IBV, that's Bass Pro, Walmart, Best Buy, like you said, the TV, you could have bought it. That TV would have generated points. And it's whatever we negotiate. It's usually from 2 to 30% depending on the store. So that's just a percentage of the sale. So like the TV, you would have gotten, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 points for it, okay? And that would just go, we track that towards commissions, all right? That's how we track it with IBV and BV. Step 2, you're also going to create a small portfolio of customers. Friends, family, neighbors, whatever. You just show them how they can get a better deal by shopping through yourshop.com site, Maria, right? You just show your friends how to use it. It doesn't cost them anything to use it, right? It's free. They actually save money. They sign up. There's no cost. We don't make our money off the customers. We make our money off the stores. So again, we just get a few small portfolio of customers. We're golden. Step 3, we're going to qualify our center. How do we do that? We do it with the Fast Start Kit now. The Fast Start Kits are $3.99 plus tax. Their shipping's free. There's 5 to choose from. Most of us choose the general one where you'll get all of our best-selling products. You get about 300 BV worth of products, business volume. That will now qualify your center, and your banks will open up. And each side of your center has a bank for BV and a bank for IBV. And this is where we're going to build the 2 teams underneath it. And the volume's going to flow up and fill up in these banks. When it hits certain benchmarks, we're going to give you commission checks. You okay with that? Yeah. That's how it works. So we just pick your Fast Start Kit. That includes the $129.95. It's not in addition to. We throw the $129 in for free if you buy the Fast Start Kit, so it's much better to do this, okay? Step 4, my favorite step. Now we're going to activate. We each have to personally sponsor one partner on our left and one qualified partner on our right. Now, we as a team are going to go do that. I'm going to go talk to the people with you, because could you explain this tomorrow? No, I wouldn't expect you to. Maria probably couldn't either. Gerald can't even do it. He's been with me for 5 years. I'm just kidding. But no, we're going to do this as a team. So I'm going to go with you and help you identify Mark and Kate, your 2 partners. We're going to do it together as a team. That's why we do everything as a group. We do this as a team. We're building a team. So we as a team are going to go help you find Mark and Kate to get your 2 teams started, okay? So we're going to do that together. So now you're activated. Now you're eligible to earn commissions, and now everything Mark buys, everything Kate buys, flows up and starts filling up in your banks as well as what you buy. Pretty cool, right? Then we as a team are going to go help Mark and Kate do the same thing. We're just going to duplicate it. We're going to go together. We're going to help your 2 partners find their 2 partners. 2 lead to 2, lead to 2, lead to 2, lead to 1,000. This is a 2 to 3 year business plan. You're not going to be rich in 6 months. But if you give me a couple years, how would you like to be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for the rest of your life? It would be quite nice. Well, it can be. It will be. Your wife's pretty smart. But we do this together, and all we're going to do is teach them to do the same thing you just did. How to apply, how to start switching their spending over, because they have to shop online. We have to teach them how to do this and which are the best stores, where they get the best deal, that sort of stuff. We teach them how to qualify their center with that product purchase, open up their banks, and then we teach them how to activate, get their 2 people. But we're going to do that together. We're going to keep doing this as a team because it's fun. Nothing to worry about. You don't have to worry about going out and explaining this. I'm going to go with you. We're going to do it together. If it takes 6 months or 5 years, like it has for Gerald. Here's the beauty of it, though, Kevin. Not only are you going to be building your team, but let's say you find your 2 friends, Mark and Kate, and then this starts growing. Mark, they find people, and it keeps growing. Let's say you have a 3rd friend, Matt, and he comes to you and says, man, what's that internet business you're doing? I'm actually interested. I need to make some extra money, too. Can you show me what it is? And let's say your friend Matt's interested. Matt wants to join the team. So we say, great. Instead of like those other companies where you start another team with Matt over here, and you have to start working with him, plus Mark and Kate. And here, we just put Matt in the next available spot. So we plop Matt down here, let's say, and now he's connected to these people, plus he's connected to your partner, Mark, and you. So if you're working with Matt, does Mark get upset? No, because everything Matt does, Mark gets 100% credit for too, right? So as you're building Matt's business, you're building Mark's business and everyone else's business at the same time. As we do this, so let's say then I have another partner. Let's say I have a partner. You don't even have you've never met this person. I may place my next partner underneath your friend, Matt. So now when I'm building my partner, what's his name? Lisa. Yeah, I like Lisa. When I put Lisa under there, as I'm working with Lisa, guess whose business I'm building? Matt's, this guy's, Mark's, yours, and mine at the same time. Do you see how this is totally different than any other business model out there? People think we're like, are you like this? Are you like that? I'm like, we're not like anything. We're like a co-op where people are we're building this team of economically connected households. Because think about it, Kevin, are people, any of these people ever going to stop buying toilet paper, paper towels, garbage bags, shampoo, conditioner? No, hopefully not. So these are all consumable things. So this is truly residual income. Once you get this built, it's going to continue to generate volume and you're going to get paid. So let's talk about how we get paid. Every Friday night, the computer clicks on and searches to infinity. There's no levels. There's no multi-level marketing. You get 100% of 100%, bottom to the top, to infinity until you eventually cap out at how much? 3,600. You're right. You can't make more than that on one center. So let's see how it works. Every Friday night, it adds up what everyone did, adds up every little BV, every little IBV point, and they flow up like helium, and they start filling up in your bank. When you get to 1,200 points on the left and 1,200 on the right from both the right and left team, they deposit a $300 check for BV. Same thing happens for the internet shopping. They're separate, independent of each other. You may get an internet shopping check one week and a BV check the following week, or vice versa. And if you don't get to the 1,200 and 1,200 on Friday night, let's say you're at 900 here and 1,100 here, well, Friday comes, you didn't get to 12 and 12, so you don't get the check. But it doesn't matter because the points roll in the next week. So next week, a few more purchases are made, they bump you over. The following Friday, it sees you're over 12 and 12, they give you the check that Friday. You cool with that? Doesn't matter if it takes a week, a month, 6 months, or a year, you're going to get paid off what people are purchasing anyways. And out of those points, you probably only generated maybe 100 of them, 100, 110. And maybe they did 200, maybe they did 75, maybe they did 60. You understand? It's a lot of people doing a little adds up to a lot. And it continues to grow. More partners coming on board. You don't even know half these people after a while. I have a whole team in Ohio I've never met. I love those people. You understand now. And then it just keeps accruing. Like a fundraiser, 1,300, 14, 15, you get to 24 and 24, another additional 1,200, they deposit another $300 check in your bank account, no questions asked. 36 and 36, down the road, you get another 300. They capped it at 5,000 and 5,000. That was a 1,400-point jump, but they doubled the check to 600 for BV, 600 for IBV, so you can earn 1,500 in BV, 1,500 in IBV for $3,000. Now let's talk about realistic money. Because I told you this is not a get-rich-quick. This is going to take some time to build this network, okay? So let's be conservative. Let's say it took 6 months to a year to go through this. Let's say 6 months to get you through the pay cycle because you're coachable and I'm going to go help you find these people, okay? We get it going. But it takes 6 months to earn the first $1,500. Let's talk the BV points. $1,500, 6 months. Well, that's not that impressive. 6 months to make $1,500. But now it resets and it starts accruing again, okay? Now you've got a few more people and it's going faster. So if it took 6 months the first time, how long do you think it takes to do it again the second time?
About 3?
Yeah, about half, about 3 months. So now 3 months go, you make another 1,500. Then maybe a month and a half, you make another 1,500. Then maybe a month it takes you to make 1,500. Then suddenly it's every 3 weeks you're making 1,500. Then suddenly every 2 weeks you're pulling in 1,500. Then suddenly every week you're making 1,500 in BV, 1,500 in IBV. You're making over 3,000 a week. Are you happy?
Yep.
I thought so. But do you see why this would take 2 to 3 years to get enough people in the network buying paper towels, toilet paper, TVs, shampoo, conditioner, skincare? It takes time to get the network built. And it usually takes the average person 2 to 3 to 4 years to get it built, okay? You're not going to be rich in 6 months. But show me, would you agree you're going to spend that money anyway?
Yeah.
This is where you can take your spent money, turn it into an investment, and it will actually pay you for the rest of your life once you get it built. Kind of cool, right? People don't understand how this works. It drives me crazy. I say, let me show you. You're going to love it. And here's where it gets even better. Not only do I get 100% of what you guys do if this was me, when I place my order, let's say I have a 400-point order, I can actually say put it down here in Matt's bank because I put Matt in, and it flows back up to you and everyone in between, and I get it anyways. We can actually maximize the pay plan because we're willing to cap our income at $3,600. And you know what? Last time I checked, $3,600 a week was doing pretty good. Would you agree? But let's forget about $3,600 a week. Let's say I could show you how to do this, and let's say I could show you in a relatively short period of time how to make an extra, I don't know, let's say $1,000 a month. Would an extra $1,000 coming into your house every month make a difference?
Oh, yeah.
I think it would be a huge for most people, don't you think, Sue Jerry?
Absolutely.
Extra $1,000, it would sure take the pressure off you, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You'd have extra. This is what we can show anyone who's coachable how to get that to $1,000 a month. The cool thing is, if you can get to $1,000 a month, you can eventually get to $3,600 a week, and you're set for life. That's what we're talking about here. And I showed you 3,000. The other 600 that brings it to 3,600 comes in the form of a management bonus. Every time you help any partner on your left and any partner on your right go through the pay cycle, 5,000 and 5,000 the same week you do, you're going to get a $600 bonus. I love that because it makes us look at that's why I help Jared manage his business, and I'm always looking at Maria's too, so that I can actually help them maximize the pay plan. So we help each other make sure we get as much money as we can, and we all benefit together. So it's really kind of cool, just buying the things we already buy. And I don't want to confuse you too much, but with our Fast Start Kit now, you're actually not going to get just one center. We're going to give you 3 centers. You're not going to open up the second and third one. We're just going to let you place them there for now, and you're going to see why in a minute. We're just going to set them there in the beginning, and we're still going to build it with Mark and Kate, just like I just showed you. And that might take us 3 or 4 years to get that fit. We're going to build one first, okay? Because we don't want to overextend ourselves. We just want to build 2 teams at a time. You with me? So we build Mark and Kate over a period of a couple of years, let's say 3, 4 years, and now you're making $3,600 a week. You're happy. But now you say, you know what? I wouldn't mind making another $3,600. So now you can decide you want to open up another center. You come over here. Since we let you place this one here, Mark not only counts for this one, but he also counts for half of this one. So this business is already half built with Mark underneath one side of it. So all you have to do is find one more partner, Larry, or who is that? Kristen. I really should wear my glasses. All you have to do is find one more partner, Kristen, and we'll do that together again too, because I'm going to be working with you still because you're on my team. We help build one more team for you, and that makes you how much more? Another 3,600 with building one team instead of 2, because you already built one on the other side while we built your first one. That might take you half as long. So maybe 6, 7 years down the road, you decide to open up your third one. You build one more team with, what's her name? John? That's another 3,600. Those 3 centers, let's say it took us 10 years to do that. That's going to pay you over $500,000 a year for the rest of your life. You okay with that? I thought you might be. Now listen, I know I went through that quick, and I don't expect you to remember all that. You can open up additional centers. You could have 999 of these. Why you'd need that money, I don't know. 3 will make you $500,000 a year. You'd be cool with that probably. But Kevin, I know I flew through that quick. I don't expect you to understand it all. I don't expect you to remember it all, but I just want to ask you this. On a scale of 1 to 3, 1 being you're not interested, which means I didn't explain it right, so I'll start over. I'm just kidding, buddy. I'm just kidding. 1 would be you're not interested for whatever reason. 2 would be not what I thought it was going to be. It's actually interesting. I'm intrigued. This actually does kind of make sense. It's not what I thought it was. I know what I had a preconceived notion. This is different than I thought it was. I see how it's different. I think I need to see it again. I need to get more information. I need to do my homework, but that would be a 2. A 3 would be I don't see that much to think about. You guys seem to know what you're doing. She's really excited about it. I trust her. You guys seem to know what you're doing. You can explain it. You tell me you're going to help me. I'm a 3. What's the next step? How do I get started? Where would you rate yourself? And just know this before you tell me. If you say 1, you won't hurt my feelings. But I will start over. Where would you rate yourself, honestly?
Probably somewhere between 2 and 2.5.
Okay, 2 and 2.5. That's what most people say. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to send you a video tonight that's going to go over this again. It's about 20 minutes long. You can watch it. Usually the second time you go over it, it all makes sense. It kind of clicks in. And I'll send you some information on the company so you can kind of do your homework and check it out, do your research. And I'll send you a link to Maria's site so you can kind of check out all the stores and see what I'm talking about with shop.com. You cool with that? And then why don't we get back together in like a day, maybe tomorrow or the next day. And I'll answer any questions you have. If you like what you hear, we'll get your account set up and get you started. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Great. Welcome to the team, brother. That's my first appointment every time. I do it the same every single time. And the last thing I did, you see what I did, 1, 2, or 3? All I'm trying to get him to be is a 2 or above, because and he's never going to say 1 because he doesn't want me to start over. But did it make more sense to you now? It wasn't really because you've seen it a little bit, didn't really understand it, but did it make more sense the second time through? And now you're thinking, maybe this does make sense, right? No, it helped, right? Yeah. See, because I'm telling you, the first look, if you show him too much and it's an hour and a half with a PowerPoint, he'd be tuned out, and he'd be thinking to himself, my God, would I have to sit do a PowerPoint presentation with a computer? And do you understand now why it was so cool that I would have another person with me, and we'd be getting excited. He'd be like nodding, and I'd be having him. I was trying to go through it quick for today because I'm watching a stupid clock. But normally I would have them chiming in and they'd be just excited because he'd say, man, these guys are jazzed up about this. They're doing something. I want to join this team. This is how it works. So this is why bringing the extra person is so important. I never, ever, 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 ever go by myself. I would rather reschedule. And the reason is, if I tried to do that by myself with him, without her here and without him, and I start getting all excited, it is weird. And it would come off really salesy, and he would be like, what the hell, man? Back off, dude. Right? No, he would not be interested. I get zero response if I go by myself. I always bring partners with me, and I know the new people think it's weird to bring a couple of people because they're like, oh, man, this is going to be weird. They're going to think you're ganging up on them. Within 2 seconds, that flies right out the window because we're talking about a team. We do this as a team, and he's thinking, my God, I know some people, if they're going to go talk to them, I don't even have to say anything. All I got to do is sit here and nod my head like she just did. I can handle that. Let him explain it. It takes the pressure off him. Now suddenly he's actually interested, and he's thinking, yeah, and I finish it every time with 1, 2, or 3. Great. 2, I'm going to send you this, this, and this. We'll get back together. I'll answer your questions. If you like what you hear, we'll get your account set up and get you started. Good? Right? Great. Welcome to the team. When he shook my hand, he mentally made a decision, he said. Why would he not? Can you think of it? No, right? Why not? Makes sense now, right? You're going to do it. Now you're going to support your wife. You're going to make $1 million. You're going to be the happiest guy in this room. Thank you for sitting up here. I really appreciate it. But do you